In a world full of noise and chaos, there are people who simply cannot live quietly like everyone else.
They didn't choose to be different. They are different. They don't seek attention. Yet the world can't help but respond to their presence.
They don't crave to be the chosen one, but deep down, they've always known. They were born for something greater.
Being chosen isn't a title. It's a lonely journey, challenging yet sacred.
It's the path of an old soul, one who has lived through many layers of consciousness, fallen into the deepest darkness, and chosen to return to this world, to do something only they can do.
So how do you know if you're one of them? Not by a halo of light, but by the quiet signs, traits that can't be faked, can't be trained. They are the scars on the soul that become light along the journey.
Trait 1. The chosen ones often carry deep pain.
There's no true calling without loss, and no one truly becomes the chosen one without first facing pain, the kind of pain that has no name, no explanation, only a deep presence felt in the core of the soul.
From a very young age, the chosen ones carry a strange, unexplainable sadness. Not because of something that happened, but because their soul remembers something greater. They hold the echoes of wounds that were never healed. Maybe from this life, maybe from lives before.
Their pain doesn't come to destroy them. It comes to awaken them. It's a key that pushes them onto the path of awakening. While others try to avoid pain, the chosen ones are forced to face it, to understand it, to learn from it, and eventually, to heal.
But here's the magic. That very pain becomes their treasure. It makes them deeper, more compassionate, stronger. They no longer fear pain because they've survived it. They become the ones others turn to when everything falls apart, because they've walked through the ashes and risen.
The chosen ones don't live to avoid pain. They live to transform it.
Trait 2. The chosen ones always feel different.
They don't need anyone to say it. The chosen ones know. They've always known they're not like the rest of the world.
Even as children, they felt out of place, like they were born in the wrong context, at the wrong time, among people who couldn't quite tune into their inner frequency.
They saw what others overlooked, felt what others didn't notice. They couldn't blend in, not out of pride, but because their soul was wired for a different journey.
The chosen ones weren't born to dissolve into the crowd. They are the distinct voice in the noise, the one who questions when everyone else stays silent, the one who senses the fake while others are still enchanted by it.
And this difference, though a gift, often leads them to walk alone.
They've tried to be like everyone else, tried to stay quiet, tried to shrink, but their soul never lets them do that for long.
The truth inside them is too loud to be silenced, and eventually, they understand. Being different isn't a curse, it's a calling. A silent direction saying, you're not here to follow the old path, you're here to carve a new one.
Trait 3. The chosen ones often have to lose to find.
Not everyone who loses will find again, but the chosen ones are different. They don't just experience loss, they are reborn through it.
On this path, they are called to let go of many things. Old friendships, stable jobs, familiar identities, and the versions of safety they once believed in. There are times when it feels like everything is slipping away. They lose direction, lose themselves, lose every anchor they once held onto.
But remember this, the universe never takes anything without a sacred reason. Everything that's stripped away is something no longer aligned with the new frequency their soul is evolving toward.
The chosen ones don't find their true selves in the spotlight. They find it in the darkness, when everything falls apart. It's in the depths, when they've hit bottom, that they finally hear the real calling. And when they rise, they are no longer who they were.
They emerge forged by fire, by tears, by mornings without answers. But this time, they carry something no one can take away. a crystal clear sense of purpose.
Trait number 4. The chosen ones carry an energy that triggers strong reactions.
The chosen ones don't need to speak to make an impact. Their presence alone is a mirror.
A mirror that reflects truth, exposing anything fake or hidden. When they enter a room, the energy shifts. Some people see their light and feel drawn to it. They want to learn, to grow, but others feel uncomfortable, threatened, uneasy, even though the chosen one hasn't said a word.
Why?
Because light always makes those living in the dark feel exposed.
The chosen ones carry a high frequency. They're not trying to be higher, they're just being themselves. But that energy naturally shakes loose anything that's not real, not aligned. And that disruption? It causes some people to push back. But here's the truth.
That resistance is not proof that the chosen one is wrong. It's proof that they've touched something that needs healing. And not everyone is ready for that.
So the chosen one doesn't live to be liked. They don't exist to make others comfortable. They exist to be real. And sometimes, just their existence is a revolutionary act.
Trait number 5. The chosen ones always hear an inner calling.
You can live by society's rules. You can choose the safe job, the stable life. But if you are one of the chosen, there will always be a quiet calling.
It's not loud, not dramatic. It simply whispers, "This is not your path."
You might ignore it for a while, but it always comes back, stronger each time. It wakes you up in the middle of the night, when everything looks fine on the outside, but your soul feels empty inside.
The chosen one can't silence that voice, because it's not coming from the world, it's coming from their deepest self. It's a sacred reminder. You didn't come here just to exist. You came here to awaken, not to stand out, but to stand true.
And when they finally start listening to that voice, everything begins to shift. Old things fall apart. New paths appear. Life starts to look crazy. But for the first time, their soul begins to breathe again.
Conclusion: the chosen ones are not born. They are awakened. You don't need anyone to give you the title of the chosen. You just know. Not through logic, but through intuition. Through silent battles no one sees. Through nights you broke down with no one to call. Through that deep, lingering sense of not belonging. And yet, the quiet refusal to give up.
The chosen one is not perfect, but they are real. Not loud, but powerful. They didn't come here to become someone else. They came to remember who they truly are.
If you see yourself in these words, then remember this. You're not crazy. You're waking up. You're not lost. You're leading. You're not too sensitive. You're finally living in alignment with your deepest self. And on this path, even if you have to walk alone many times, you are never truly alone.
The universe always walks with those who dare to follow the call within. And if you are one of the chosen, then nothing can stop you from returning home to yourself. If you saw yourself in these traits, don't ignore the calling within. Hit like, subscribe, and share this video with those who are awakening, because maybe this message is exactly what their soul has been waiting for.
Drop a comment below. I'm ready to walk my true path. Let the universe know you've heard the call. And don't forget to follow the channel for more soul-deep content created for those like you, the ones who are awakening to lead.